study in this remote Shadowland. By way of celebration, he receives a wonderful gift all the way from Berlin. It's a visit from his daughter, Marlene. Marlene is now a curious 6-year-old. Her questions echo Karsten's own. Which are the mothers? Who are the babies? Who is friends with who? And what about Quasimodo? What is his place in the pod? Throughout the summer, Karsten has seen Quasi spending a lot of time with one particular dolphin. It's the large male, MN23, one of those behaving aggressively toward the female scabs and her dead calf. He clearly has a gentler side. Physical contact seems important among members of the pod. Karsten thinks that fin caressing may be like grooming in primates. Quasimodo seems well accepted by pod members, unlike other species where weaker individuals are often rejected. For a few weeks, Marlene and her father enjoy each other's company. It's a welcome break in Karsten's routine. But all too soon, he will be alone again, with the dolphins and the creeping shadow of winter. They say their goodbyes beneath Karsten's sea monster. Marlene's New Zealand experience is over. She's going home to a northern spring, while Karsten must prepare for his second winter in Doubtful Sound. As the water temperature chills, he notices a change in the dolphin's mood. Gone are the leaps and hijinks. Instead, they seem restless. As the grip of winter takes hold, they're constantly on the move. As autumn turns to winter, 2 dolphins disappear from the fjord. It's Wave and her calf Spray. They've been absent from the pod for over a month. Karsten's concerned for their safety. Then, on a routine dive, he fears the worst.
It was a big shock. I thought it might be Wave. But when I came closer, I saw it wasn't her. It was a large, scarred male. Big bites were taken out of its belly and its throat, which looked very much like shark bites. And then I realized I knew this dolphin. It was MN23, Quasimodo's companion.
Was MN23 the victim of shark attack? Did he die defending the calves? After measuring MN23, Karsten removes a tooth to to determine the dolphin's age. Results reveal that MN23 was just 7 years old. He was barely an adult. As the freshwater layer cools, the dolphins leave the inner arms of the fjord and range closer to the gut, which marks the outer edge of their territory. Are they moving outwards because they're following the migration of their food, or is it because it's warmer out here? They now dive for longer and cover greater distances, which makes them difficult to locate. But if Karsten can't see them, he may be able to hear them. A directional hydrophone helps pinpoint the dolphin's whereabouts. It also sounds the beginning of a new phase of his research. Another, more sensitive hydrophone enables him to hear their high-pitched echolocation clicks. Karsten's testing the theory of a New Zealand researcher. The dolphins eavesdrop on each other's echolocation. Dolphins emit a stream of echolocation clicks. They bounce off objects and back, where they form sound pictures in their brains. It's thought they can share these pictures by eavesdropping on each other. Using his computer, Karsten creates an animated picture to illustrate the eavesdropping theory. He draws the dolphin's sonar clicks as a series of bubbles. When a sonar bubble hits a fish, it echoes back to the dolphin as a sound picture. And because the echo scatters in all directions, neighboring dolphins can eavesdrop on it. Each dolphin echolocates the same fish from a different angle. When all the separate sound pictures combine in their brains, they form a complex 3D image. If the theory can be proved, it could be a highly sophisticated way to communicate. Karsten continues to listen in on the dolphins. He's keen to know how active they are and what they are doing at night. Listening conditions are ideal. The steep sides of the fjord form a perfect acoustic amphitheater. There are no other boats, no waves, only silence. He is trying to interpret the different sounds they make. Right now, they seem busy socializing and hunting. But from his previous winter, Karsten knows their lives are about to change. Winter is just over the horizon. The low winter sun barely penetrates the inner fjord. It's now living up to its ancient Maori name, Atawhenua, Shadowland. Deep inside Crooked Arm, the surface water is a mere 4 degrees and dropping. Then in just one night, an icy metamorphosis takes place. morning, a frozen shadow has crept the length of Crooked Arm. The dolphins' summer hunting ground is abandoned to ice and snow. The heart of the fjord is stilled. For months, it will remain under the harsh spell of winter. The dolphins have been exiled to the edge of their territory, somewhere between the frozen inner fjord and the stormy Southern Ocean. During the most bitter part of winter, the dolphins make a sudden and unexpected move. The sight of these animals moving swiftly toward the sea is an anxious moment for Karsten.
The first time I saw the dolphins heading towards the gut, I thought, what are they doing? And then I realized they were going out to sea, and I wondered whether they would ever come back. I had no idea why they were leaving the fjord. Maybe it got too cold in there, or maybe they were running out of food.
Through the coldest weeks, they leave the fjord almost daily, maybe staying out overnight, but they always return to their Shadowland home. Winter also brings days of icy calm, perfect conditions for taking photographs. Using twin cameras mounted on the mast, Karsten takes stereo images of bow-riding dolphins. Having two separate images, each from a different angle, makes it possible for him to measure them without catching them. From his data, Karsten concludes these dolphins are larger than warm water bottlenose and have smaller flippers. Both are cold climate adaptations designed to reduce heat loss from their bodies. Finally, winter's spell is broken. As spring brings color and warmth to the fjord, the dolphins suddenly move back into the inner arms. They snout for flatfish in the soft silt, but there's another attraction. A pebbly beach where they roll and rub themselves on the smooth stones. Are they removing parasites? Or is it a way for animals without hands to scratch or massage themselves? Whatever the reason, they seem to revel in the feeling. It's now the final season of Karsten's study. The final chance to answer the many questions about the Shadowland Pod Society. It's clear that the focus of the group is still Trigger, and through video analysis, Karsten now knows her sex.
It was great to finally find out that Trigger was a female, because she was an important member of the pod, and the first vital piece of understanding their society was falling into place.
Trigger appears to play the role of grandmother or matriarch, and around her there are several other younger females. Karsten feels certain that the pod is female-centered. And now another female joins the group. It's Wave. She's returned after 5 months. But where's her calf Spray?
Hook and her calf Siren are still there.
Then he spots the lost calf, very frisky after her long adventure. For the first time in 5 months, Siren has a playmate her own age. The two calves will continue to learn from their mothers. But Karsten suspects other dolphins are involved, especially elders like Grandmother Trigger.
I feel like grandmothers might play a very important role. They might teach the young ones the ways of dolphin society. They might show them the hunting grounds. They might teach them how to migrate through the fjords.
Karsten has been careful not to interfere with the dolphin's normal behavior. But for young Siren, the boat has always been irresistible. She's been bow riding from the time she was born. She even uses it to rub against. After close to 2,000 hours with the boat, it's part of her life. There's nothing this scientist can do about it except enjoy her company. Siren is the only dolphin to have grown up alongside this noisy mechanical pod member. Her playmate Spray is far more reserved. After her mysterious 5-month absence, the boat is not so familiar. Gaining this level of trust has taken nearly 3 years and more than 2,000 hours on the water. But now, the end is in sight. Time for Karsten to draw his research to a close. The task absorbs him night after night, and the data is yielding surprises. He's known for some time that the female Trigger has occupied a central position in the pod. All arrows have pointed to her as having the most frequent contact and the strongest links with other dolphins. The latest results tell another story. They show that the group of younger females are now more popular, and that Trigger is now on the outer.
I wonder whether there was a coup d'etat or whether Trigger had stepped down. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell the reasons either, but it was very significant.
There's no let-up in his daytime observations. Early summer behavior is familiar and predictable. Once again, the dolphins are busy showing off and mating. Karsten has only seen this behavior in summer. He has little doubt that these southerners are seasonal breeders. But how do they achieve it? Their warm water relations mate and give birth all year round. So how did these dolphins restrict their breeding to one season? He suspects that they abstain. He's now certain that the summer mating and calving is their key to surviving cold winters here. But even for these sophisticated and highly adapted animals, things can go wrong. Through the dark waters at the head of Crooked Arm, 5 dolphins swim in slow procession, among them Quasimodo. It's a sinister repetition of what occurred at almost the same time last summer. Like scabs, the mother repeatedly nudges her dead calf to the surface as if to help it breathe again. And again, the other dolphins close in on her. Until finally, she lets go. Was this untimely death due to untimely birth? Or have the thousands of watching hours simply given a real picture of dolphin life? A few weeks later, the next calf is born. It belongs to Scabs, the mother of the first stillborn calf. This one swims strongly and seems very healthy. He calls the calf Scratch. Scratch will learn survival secrets from its mother, with extra tuition from elders of the pod. Scratch basks in the warm summer freshwater layer. It also basks in a legacy of survival that the pod has acquired over many generations in the fjord. Older calves, like Siren, also remain close to their mothers. They will suckle for another year or more. In his 3 years here, Carsten has spent 1 whole year out on the water. It's an extraordinary level of observation. In all that time, Quasimodo has maintained his position in the pod. Despite his severe deformities, he's a real survivor. Carsten then notices that another dolphin is missing. It's Trigger. Though he watches out for her during his final weeks, she does not return. Trigger's disappearance is not wholly unexpected. Her last few months were spent on the outskirts of the pod. She was probably old and went away to die. Her absence leaves a gap, and he wonders who might take her place at the center. He's certain that females form the core of the Shadowland pod. The younger mothers with calves have always been close to the centre. During the final few months of his study, another female joins the inner group. She's possibly past breeding age. Will she become the new matriarch? At this time, the pod gains yet another new member. The new calf belongs to Grin. The Shadowland pod have now so completely accepted Karsten that he's offered a rare glimpse of one of the more tender dolphin moments. Grin floats belly up, right beside the boat, allowing her new calf to suckle. It's a parting gift of intimacy and acceptance. Over 3 years, this dolphin community has shared some of its deepest secrets. Before returning to Berlin and his own family, Karsten offers something special in return. His sculptures are a special tribute to the dolphins who survive in this place of shadows. Further depths to their complex society remain to be explored. Others will come to Doubtful Sound and build on Karsten's work. His achievement has been to reveal just a few of the many layers of mystery that surround the dolphins of the Shadowland.